Hello and welcome to episode 3 of the series. I want to start things off by saying thank you to all of you that left a comment, liked, and subscribed in the first 2 episodes. I really appreciate it and it keeps me motivated to keep releasing these episodes. Let's start the update on the progress with the buildings. Over the last week, Hero Hall has been upgraded and is now maxed out, so I can now max my heroes and progress the hero journey to the end. The workshop has been upgraded by 3 levels since our last episode. The wizard towers that I will use to merge all got a couple of levels, so we are making good progress. Next steps will be to get the armor camps up to max for that extra capacity. I waited until the last day of June in order to start those upgrades, which are 15-day upgrades, so that I could benefit from the 20% gold pass reduction while I unlocked it again in the gold pass of July. Usually it would take me about a week to get that 20% off, so at that point my army camps should be done. Then I will be back to the wizard towers to get the merged version of those as soon as possible. The reason being I want to be able to use TH18 layouts as soon as possible. Now let's have a look at the heroes. I've kept a single builder on heroes throughout the week. Archer Queen took 1 single level, Royal Champion went up 4 levels. The reason why I'm upgrading the Royal Champion right now is because it's the second fastest to get to 8-day upgrades after the Duke, and he's almost maxed. Speaking of the Duke, he did get a single level from a Book of Heroes that I got in the clan games. And CWL is already back with the extra CWL that we got last month, so the Archer Queen will still be on hold. During this time, I will upgrade the lower level heroes a bit to prepare for the Unlimited Hero Week happening during Summer Jam in July. And this will also allow me to progress the hero journey in order to unlock equipment and ore chests. How about the pets? Well, the Phoenix is now officially maxed. He took 1 single level since the last episode. Currently working on leveling up Frosty. I will get him up to level 10 to begin with, even though he maxes out at level 15. The reason being that Frosty's upgrade from 5 to 10 are quicker than my next target, which is Sneezy. Sneezy's upgrade are all 8-day upgrades, so I will be on him for a while. Then I'll be able to come back to Frosty to get those last 5 levels. If we have a quick look over the other aspects, for the troops, Dragon Riders went up 2 levels and are now a couple level out of max. Spells, no upgrades, probably going to be Freeze and Revive in the near future. Siege Machines, no upgrades. I'm still working on leveling up that workshop. I'm 3 upgrades away from unlocking the Skywagon, and that will probably be my first target for siege upgrades. So I forgot to show the equipment in my first 2 episodes. So here is where I stand right now and my thoughts behind the choices I made. You will see that I have a lot of equipment unlocked. The reason for this is that I bought all of the event passes since I started in January, except mini passes. I made sure to get 2 epic equipments in every of those event passes. So that is why I have a lot of them unlocked already. Let's start with the Barbarian. Currently I'm running Earthquake Boots and Spiky Ball. I got the Spiky Ball to level 21, which is usually a good minimum target for epic equipments, and the boots are only level 9 because I knew I would end up replacing them with the Snake Bracelet as soon as I unlocked it and I could put ores into it. I'm not focusing on his equipment right now because I don't use him in my attack strategy and only use him for farming resources. Let's move on to the Archer Queen, which was my first priority, being so vital to my attack strategy. I'm running the Giant Arrow and the Action Figure, which are both maxed. I'm using her as part of the Giant Arrow and Rocket Backpack combo. I could always change to Magic Mirror or Monolith Arrow if the meta changes a lot. For the Minion Prince, I'm using the Dark Orb and the Meteor Staff. I used to use the Henchman at level 1 until I unlocked the Meteor Staff. They are basically just there to tank hits while the Prince hides behind them. As soon as I got the staff, I put a lot of ores into it because it synergizes very well with air armies. I should have maxed it by next episode because I'm just missing some starry ores for that final 20th level. For the Grand Warden, I'm running double tomes. I put a dozen levels in Rage Vial just to try it out, but for now I think double tome is better with air attacks. So until I change that attack strategy, I don't think I'll be moving away from the double tomes. Royal Champion, I'm running Rocket Spear and Electro Boots. I think that most of the levels for those came from the hero journey when they did the migration. I stopped leveling those when the Duke got released because I stopped using the Archie charge and switched to the Duke with the backpack. So once again, if the meta ever changes, I might come back to upgrading those, but as of now, they're on hold. Dragon Duke, we are running the Fireheart and the Rocket Backpack. I had started on this path before the nerf happened, but they're still usable with 3 earthquakes instead of 2 for now, so I will max my backpack after a meteor staff. I will potentially switch these out once I get to Legend League with the modifiers, if I see that the backpack is not as efficient anymore. Currently, I'm putting excess shiny and glowy ores into the starry ores with the prospector, since I'm trying to get those 2 level 20th upgrades, and it takes a lot of starry ores for those. Before then, I was converting my starry into the other 2, since I had a bunch of starry and not enough of the other 2 for the lower upgrades. So that's pretty much it for the equipment here. Let's have a look at the rank battles. It went pretty well this week. I managed to get 3 stars on all of my 12s attacks. I've been ranking up for the last 4 weeks, so I'm hoping to be able to rank up this week also. It should be possible because I'm currently ranked 16th. There's like 3 hours left, and if I'm not mistaken, I think the top 40 here are going to be promoted. So I think I have a good chance here of promoting. Let's jump into the first attack. You'll see that if I've changed my spells around here following a comment that one of you guys had. So I'm now using poison spell, I'm using double revive and an overgrowth spell. So as usual, I'm looking at the sweepers, I'm looking at the different core defenses, spells. Also I see invisibility spell and a poison here. I'm also going to be looking at the multi-gear tower, and Monolith is one of the core defenses. I look around, I see the Revenge Tower, the Fire Spitters, and the Clan Castle. So for this attack, I decided to go from the bottom. I'm going to drop the Archer Queen, pop the arrow, the Duke, pop the backpack. Then with the 3 earthquakes, I was able to get most of the defenses I was targeting. Revenge Tower, the Revenge Tower is still up, it shouldn't be that bad. So as I was in the last episode, just dropping the dragons, goes to the Archer Queen, followed by the Imprints, the Grand Warden, and the Skywagon. Once that is done, I'm basically looking at dropping the poison if the Clan Castle is still up. It wasn't here, so I dropped down the Guardian to slow it down. If not, the different spells are there to support the Dragon Duke. So the Totem spell there to stop him from getting too much damage. I've been able to clear as much of as possible. I have a couple of revives I've been using either on the Dragon Duke or the Archer Queen if the Dragon Duke is not going down. As I can see here, the Duke probably won't go down. So if the Queen would have died here, that would have got the Queen. Overgrowth I've been using mainly to direct my armies into the form that I want. So I've been fuddling with the overgrowth spell. As you can see, it's still pretty easy. We have a Town Hall 18 here that was rushed, or is slowly fixing their rush. I was able to kill that move. If you move into the second attack here, same spells, same army. Gonna look at the defenses here. I see that a lot of them are clamped up in the middle. Monolith Tower, Fire Spitters are all in the middle. I'm gonna go look for the Clan Castle, and it's on the bottom right here. Yes. So if I'm not mistaken, I think I can go from the bottom right. Okay, I'll go full on bottom. Alright, so I wanted the Monolith Tower and the Fire Spitters. So I got all of those down with the earthquakes. Revenge Tower and Clan Castle are both up. So I can see the Clan Castle spawning its troops. So I dropped the poison down, popped the Minion Prince early. All the armies are now dropped and are attacking. So I'm focusing on checking on the Dragon Duke, making sure to try and defend him with a couple of totem spell, which I do right here. He still goes down, so I will probably use a first revive on him. Warden ability goes up, I'll try and tank some of the damage, and I use that overgrowth spell on the right, so to make sure that my dragons go into the core and get that town hall down. The Duke went down again, probably will revive him here. Yes, here it goes. So at this point, I'm pretty confident that I'm going to be able to 100% this. Skywagon is so strong, keeping up with troops that tank while the dragons kill everything. I'm kind of curious if it won't get nerfed again, just for how strong it seems to be, and it doesn't take any capacity. You just have to use a siege machine and you get all of those free troops. There we go. Look at all these troops that came from the Skywagon. The minions. So yeah, easy victory once again. Alright, let's pop our last attack. This is a clan war attack. So I don't think much here. I see a lot of stuff in the middle, so I just go on the right, pop the combo, and pop the 6 earthquakes. Pretty much everything is down by this point. All the core defenses are down. So I drop my armies on the right side next to the Archer Queen. Drop the Minion Prince, Grand Warden, and the Skywagon. Having a look at the Duke on the left side, making sure I get totems down to make sure it survives as much as possible. Things are going pretty well. Might want to pop the Warden ability soon when I get to the Town Hall, because that Inferno and the poison that follows is really deadly. So right there, pop it. Still have the Minion Prince ability here. Nothing to freeze on that side, so I'm gonna wait here until I get back to the defenses on the top side. I tried here using the Overgrowth spell to funnel the armies towards the right side. Didn't go really well. I'm still learning how to use the spell more efficiently. Might have to start looking into maybe targeting some of the defenses that are more deadly, that don't get wiped out by the rocket and arrow combo. So yeah, pretty easy win here. I didn't even have to use any of the revive spells. So I want to thank everyone for listening up to this point. If you like what you see in the series, don't hesitate to like, subscribe, comment. It helps a ton, and see you in the next one.